is your first time here and you like art related stuff, hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification icon so that you don't miss anything. Today I'm introducing Watercolor Weekends. In this concept, I'm going to upload videos weekend by weekend, 10 tutorials in which I'm going to teach watercolor right from the basics. And in this video I'm going to show you what are things you need to keep ready to work along with.
So here we can see this sketchbook. What I've used is Sundaram sketchbook, and it is made of cartridge papers. You can also take normal art sheets or cartridge papers. Off-white ones is what I like. And these are artist watercolor cakes. You can also use tube colors if you want. And a permanent thick marker, black, and the thin permanent marker. And here's a waterproof black gel pen. And we come to brushes now. We need some flat brushes. I have used the Himalaya company ones. The Himalaya shop is in South Mumbai, opposite JJ School of Art. And these are round brushes of the Ujala company. Even that company is a good one. And here are some other brushes. These are Camel SS range, and this is the Camel SS range, and this is the Himalaya round brush. Even that is of a very good quality. And here's a bowl of water and a rag or a rough cloth. So now we decorate our scrapbook. I have used black tinted paper and stuck it on the cover, and on that I've stuck a white art sheet. And I'm painting using a flat brush. Watercolor Weekends Season 1. And that's my new stamp. Looks cool. And now we are set to begin. So over here first I'm going to start with a round brush. I'm going to begin with some really basic stuff. Just a few terms and a certain kind of techniques which we use with watercolors, just to know the medium better. Here first I'm showing you normal shading with these paints. So I'm dabbing up with red paint, and as you see I will take a lot of color, say about 6 to 8 rounds of color, to have a dark red shade. Making it more bright. And when I'm painting it on the paper, I'm having shabby edges so that I can blend the next color in better. And here I'm taking orange, quite a bit of it, and blending it at the rough with the rough edges. And that's chrome yellow. So that's how we shade normally. So that's the normal shading with the cake colors. So here I'm showing you what a wash means. So I take a lot of water and apply it on the sheet, generous amount of water. So that's called a wash with water. And if I say something like a wash with green color, so that means I have used a lot of water with a bit of green and applied it on the sheet. So now that's called a wash with green color. I'll be using these terms in my tutorials further, so that's the reason why you should know what I'm talking about. So that's a green color wash. So it'll be a light tone with a lot of water. That's a plain green wash. And now I'm showing you what effect do you get after a wash, shading on the wash. So first I'll just give a wash with water. So applying generous amount of water over here. And now I'm taking black. So when I'm applying the color over the wash, it as you see, it has a lighter tone, and also it spreads with the water, it flows with the water, or runs with the water actually. And now I'm taking Prussian blue and mixing it with the black, or blending it as it is called. Some fresh color again, and applying the fresh color in the lower base. So when you add a color to the black, your brush becomes very blackish, so then you should wash the brush and apply fresh color over it again. So that's what the basic looks like, and that's my sign over the page. So let this dry before you go to the next exercise, what we are doing now. So let's go to our next exercise. Let the first one dry and then go to the next page. And I'm doing this exercise mainly to show you the characteristic of watercolors. They are very transparent and not opaque. So when we do the first layer of watercolor and let it dry, and then over it if we do another layer of paint, the layer underneath is seen, because the top layer is also transparent. So that's what we are I'm going to show you out here in this small exercise. You should know the texture and the characteristics of the medium which you are trying to use. So just some basic working with that before we begin with some serious pictures. Here I've drawn a basic flower with pencil. Also you need to draw really light with the pencil, otherwise the pencil marks also show through the color when you paint, because they are very transparent. Here I'm using yellow, chrome yellow. Petal, just plain chrome yellow with water, and these colors cannot be used very thick, they are watery. So basically watercolors are cake colors and the tube colors, and they both have the same characteristics. They are very transparent and they are to be used with lots of water. So I'm doing these 3 petals first, and we need to let them dry before we go over to the next petals. So I'm just leaving the petals alone and now going towards the leaf. Here I've used sap green or olive green. Keep the edges shabby when you are going to merge it with another color. And I'm using lemon yellow. So whenever you want to show leaves or foliage or any sort of greenery. If you want to add a lighter shade, the right color to add is yellow to the green and not white. The white makes it look very artificial, and the natural shade is green, specifically sap green, olive greens. Go more with the realistic look of the leaf. And to make a lighter tone, always add yellow, preferably lemon yellow, to the green to make the lighter green. As you see, when I'm mixing the yellow or blending the yellow, it turns into light green only. And after you finish painting this much, allow it to dry completely before you go to the next step. Now that it's completely dry, I've let it dry for 10 minutes. I'm using dark brown to make the stem. See, if it's not dry, the brown color is going to run into the petals. So we have to work with a lot of patience when you're using this medium, otherwise it actually just mixes up with the adjacent colors. And also always have 2 bowls of water, so one can be a little clean one and the other one can be used for washing. And here I am taking the smaller brush, round brush, to make the veins. Green color, the same sap green I've used over it, but because the lower layer is dry, you can see visibly the next layer of green for the veins. You can't work like that with poster color. In watercolor you can do layering. Now again I'm taking chrome yellow and doing the remaining petals. Make sure your pencil drawing is really light, otherwise your pencil lines are going to be seen through. So usually what I do is I draw and take an eraser and just dab over it and make it like really light. Okay, now can you see? You can see the layers of petals below and the top petals now I've done, but you can see the transparent effect. I can see through the lower petals. So that's the beauty of watercolor, and so this exercise is a must if you are just starting up with this medium, so that you get to know the medium better before actually plunging into more difficult pictures. And it's okay if you make mistakes. It's good to make mistakes. Only then you can actually learn. Signing up to an end to episode 1, and see you again next week with episode 2. Have a great week, guys.